Know the not that they are gods? Hermes Trismegistus. Get comfortable. This one's going to be an in-depth discussion. What we are diving into today is a concept that will play a crucial role in our upcoming series of lessons. We are talking about masculine and feminine energy. From there, we will explore the differences between the left and right brain, then move into the topic of the new children and how everything ties together. Ready? Take a deep breath. A series lesson 2. We touched upon the concept of chakras and how they influence your internal systems. The link is in the description if you haven't seen the video. However, we didn't discuss the underlying energies that flow within these chakras. You must be aware of that the energy flows through and around all of us in countless forms. This topic we will explore in greater detail in the future. But today, we are focusing on two specific types: masculine and feminine energy. This image visually represents how these energies flow. Masculine energy is focused, structured, and moves in a linear fashion, whereas feminine energy is creative, fluid, and non-linear. Neither energy is superior to the other. Both are immensely powerful when fully harnessed. Feminine energy embodies limitless potential, creativity, and an internal approach to shaping reality. On the other hand, masculine energy is direct and task-oriented, pushing forward with determination like an unstoppable force. It follows a straight path from one point to another, with precision and intent, rarely deviating from its course. To better understand how these energies move, let's introduce a fundamental concept from sacred geometry, the Fibonacci spiral. We'll explore this in more depth later, but for now, all you need to know is that it starts at 1 and expands outward infinitely in a mathematically precise way, found throughout all living things. Masculine energy follows a direct path, moving from one point to another without deviation. Feminine energy, however, follows the spiral itself, weaving in and out, creating curves and fluid motions, yet still arriving at similar conclusions. This contrast can be observed in daily life. It's the difference between driving straight to work on a strict schedule versus taking the scenic route to enjoy the journey, even if it means arriving late. It's about earning a promotion through sheer hard work versus achieving it through innovative ideas. Let's bring this concept into pop culture for an even clearer example. Consider these films Inception and Sucker Punch. Both revolve around the concept of dreams, yet they embody different energy dynamics. Inception follows a structured, goal-driven narrative, a traditionally masculine approach. Meanwhile, Sucker Punch embraces a creative, unpredictable, and often misunderstood style, aligning more with feminine energy. Just as the chakras have their own unique characteristics, so too do these energies. Masculine energy is logical, analytical, strategic, and practical. When unbalanced or overly dominant, it can become rigid, confrontational, and dismissive of alternative perspectives, a trait commonly observed in modern society, often labeled as closed-mindedness. Conversely, feminine energy is expressive, intuitive, emotional, and boundless in creativity. However, when out of balance, it may become chaotic, impulsive, and erratic, losing structure and direction. While masculine energy tends to dominate our societal framework, the imbalance of feminine energy is less pronounced, though it still manifests in certain ways. A major distinction between the two is how they process information. Masculine energy tends to break things down into individual components, focusing on details, while feminine energy perceives the bigger picture, understanding things holistically. It's important to clarify that these energies have little to do with biological sex or sexual orientation. While they are associated with masculine and feminine traits, they exist in everyone. Men typically have more linear, structured bodies, whereas women have naturally curvier forms. Now, let's bring this concept to the brain. If you recall from basic biology, our brains are divided into two hemispheres. The left hemisphere, which governs logic, mathematics, and order, aligns with masculine energy. It structures our thoughts into linear processes, making sense of the world in a rational, methodical manner. The right hemisphere, on the other hand, is the seat of creativity, intuition, and artistic expression, embodying feminine energy. Just as masculine and feminine energies struggle to comprehend one another, the left brain finds it difficult to grasp the abstract nature of the right brain, and vice versa. You cannot measure emotions or creativity with rigid calculations. It must be felt and experienced. As a species, we are overwhelmingly left-brained, meaning we are experiencing an excess of masculine energy, leading to imbalance. While masculine energy is not inherently problematic, an overemphasis on it has led to a constrained perspective that often neglects the intuitive, emotional, and holistic aspects of existence. This imbalance is evident in many of today's global crises, economic, political, environmental, and beyond. Some argue that these are separate issues, but this compartmentalized thinking is a reflection of an overly masculine approach, failing to see the interconnectedness of all things. Our inability to harmonize with one another and the planet stems from this disharmony within our collective energy. Enter the indigo children and super psychics. Since the 1980s, a new wave of children has been born with unique traits. Studies suggest that nearly all children born in North America today belong to this category. These indigo children exhibit a strong will, independence, heightened awareness, and a natural resistance to authority. They are highly intuitive and creative, but often struggle within traditional educational systems, which predominantly cater to left-brained learning. Many of them are mistakenly diagnosed with ADD or ADHD, as their minds process information more rapidly and require movement to maintain focus. Indigo children are energetically sensitive, often reacting strongly to negativity. If their needs are not met, they can appear demanding, though this is not their true nature. Their gifts and potential are extraordinary, but without proper nurturing, they may become overwhelmed. What's causing this shift? Scientists have identified two key DNA blocks, microcephalin and a SPAM, responsible for regulating brain growth, granting these children expanded cognitive abilities. Their average IQ is significantly higher, around 140, compared to the global average. This transformation indicates that traditional education methods are becoming outdated, as new ways of learning are emerging. Now, let's discuss super psychics, children with abilities so advanced they defy conventional understanding. Some possess telekinetic abilities, moving solid objects through walls with their minds. Others, though blind, can see through a series of mental projections. Some can even perceive a person's entire life story at a glance, including the moment of their death. Why isn't this widely known? Most of these children are in China, and much of the research remains untranslated. However, the book China's Super Psychics by Paul Dong and Thomas Raffo provides valuable insight into these extraordinary individuals. How does all of this tie back to masculine and feminine energy? Indigo children represent our species' masculine energy, while super psychics embody the feminine. As we approach a pivotal shift in consciousness, the planet itself is adjusting to restore balance. Indigo children are born in greater numbers because it is our masculine energy that requires transformation. Their unique perspectives are gradually reshaping human consciousness, guiding us back toward harmony. To fully comprehend this transformation, we must integrate both hemispheres of the brain. Many spiritual practices, such as astral projection and channeling, are not recognized as scientific because they cannot be measured using conventional, left-brain methods. This restrictive mindset has severed us from essential aspects of our existence. Currently, We operate within a dualistic, polarized consciousness, perceiving things in black and white, right and wrong, science and spirituality. To transcend this limitation, we must embrace unity consciousness, allowing both masculine and feminine energies to coexist harmoniously. And that's where we're headed. Do share your comments, hit like, and please subscribe to the channel.